Hello and welcome to the Mattniverse. Today we're going to further explore HiveSwap Friendsim. We are back on volume 11 to go on to our other friend that we have. This kind of very innocent looking girl, but then hover over and she's kind of wicked looking. After the Malik tech guy that we had last time, which actually wasn't too bad. Thought I was a robot, because that's kind of what Damien told him. Thanks for that. So then we had to lie our way pretty much through all that whole thing, but the ending was actually really telling the truth. So now we move on to Lynira, I'm guessing. I'm going to go with that, and we'll see. So we'll see how this one plays out. You've had such good luck making friends lately that you feel almost popular. But at the same time, you feel a strange sense of loneliness that new friendship doesn't seem to penetrate. Maybe being the only one in your species light years away from home is starting to catch up with you. Or maybe you're starting to understand why popular kids in movies sometimes seem so sad. A number of trolls now like you, but do any of them truly know you? What you wouldn't give to hang out with someone you have real history with. Someone whomst you don't have to do the introductory dance of, yes, I'm clearly an alien. No, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that happens a lot. Someone with whomst, I've been saying that a lot recently, you could reminisce about old times. Someone you've hung out with more than once. Right now you're on the outskirts of town, and the rocky outcrops surrounding you are familiar. You're pretty sure that the entrance to the brooding caverns is around here somewhere. Isn't that where I met that girl that was raising those little trolley guys? Was in the caverns? Yeah, Bronya, I believe. Your heart beats a little faster. Bronya lives close to here. And talk about history. You two know each other deeply from hanging out once and then seeing her again in her ex-mate sprite hive. Plus you have a phone now. You have the power to text first. You get out the phone Colleen gave you. Look at you go. Reading an alien language and operating alien technology just fine. Does it make sense that you've learned how to read a new alphabet in weeks without anyone teaching you? No, it's not really odd, no. It's actually pretty cool to do that. That's some good learning skills. Not really, but maybe your struggles with Spanish class in high school were just a fluke, and you've been a secret logistics genius this whole time. Maybe. Bronya texts you back immediately, giving you directions for how to meet her in the caves. You head down, but before the Jade Blood Hive is in sight, a troll emerges from the shadows. At first you think it's Bronya, but you freeze mid-wave when this new troll steps into the light. Bronya doesn't wear glasses, and she has never glared at you like that. Oh god. Oh, hello. It's you! I remember you! You were down here a few weeks ago, bothering Bronya and distracting her when we almost had a Lucis stampede. Ouch. Is that really how Bronya has described your adventures together? Maybe it's silly for something that small to hurt your feelings when another recent friend nearly got you killed in Clown Church. True. But you like to think you and Bronya formed a real connection. She never made you feel like you were bothering her. A real connection? Is that why you think you can just come down here and text her? What's up with the exclamations before? That's, am I supposed to scream that? Holy shit! Is there... How do you already know her name? Lynira, reading Bronya's messages? Does Bronya know she's been doing that? That's none of your business. Bronya and I are best friends. I'm just looking out for her. She has a lot of Jade Blood responsibilities. There's a lot of exclamation points before some of these. I feel like I should be yelling this, but I don't want to. And doesn't need anyone shifty coming in to disrupt her. You have to wonder if Bronya would agree with this statement made on her behalf. And you sure would like to see her in person and confirm for yourself. Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Why don't you tell me, why don't you tell me what is the nature of your relationship? Why should I allow you to hang out with her? As your text message so boldly suggested. Bluffing has saved your ass in some bleak situations before, but you could also go on the offensive here. You're concerned about Bronya's privacy now, and as her friend maybe you shouldn't just look the other way. Oh god, what the... I don't know if I like the knives, but the angry face and the happy face. Okay. Make wild claims about your friendship with Bronya to save yourself. What right does Lynera, and I have trouble with that name, have to creep up on Bronya's phone? You know, we'll go for the offensive. You puff up with all the self-righteousness you can muster. The nature of your relationship with Bronya is between you and Bronya, and you're not doing anything suspicious by wanting to see your friend. In fact, it seems a lot more suspicious that Lynera is trying to intercept anyone who messages Bronya. What possible reason could she have to justify that? Well, I never. As I said before, I am Bronya's best friend. I take our relationship, I mean my responsibilities as a friend, very seriously. Relationship, huh? Should definitely change that pretty quick. You press the issue, narrowing your eyes and crossing your arms over your chest. Her responsibilities as a friend, huh? Sounds kind of fishy. Fishy? Are you serious right now? They totally missed the eye there, but that's okay. Are you really coming down here making fish puns? Like some kind of sea dweller? That is so suspicious. Who knows what Bronya decided to show you when you tricked her into trusting you? Not that we have anything to hide, but who knows? If you're at all associated with sea dwellers, that we have a pretty big problem on our hands, don't we? You heard of sea dwellers by now, but none of your friends have talked about them much. Mostly you've gathered that they dwell on the sea. You don't know what it would be, why it would be extra bad for you to be one of them, but it's clear you need to backpedal. Before you could try to disown your choice of fish-related phrasing, Lyrina advances to you. Obviously, I can't let you talk to Bronya now. You are way too suspicious. I think you and I should have a private conversation instead. Oh crap. At least your life is uneventful when you're unconscious, is it? Oh god, where am I? Is that all pictures of Bronya? Oh my god, somebody's a stalker much. When you come to, you're sitting on a chair with your wrists tied. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you realize that you're in a smaller cave than the big open caverns that led to the Jade Blood Hive. A light switches on, and you can see that the cave walls are lined with bookshelves. And there's a desk in the corner. There are books and notebooks. Yeah, there are books and notebooks, I'll make sure I read that right, and bulletin boards with that looks like outlines and study guides pinned to them. And in front of you is Lynera, holding a knife. Oh crap. Yeah, well, she went back to medium. She had 4 knives and then reduced one. Oh good, you're awake. This is my study cave. In the Jade Blood Hive, it's harder to concentrate because people break the rules and I get irritated. So I come here to do homework. That's all, just homework. When you take a second look at the bulletin boards, you see that a lot of what Lyrina has pinned up are pictures of Bronya. That's what I thought. There are a few pictures of Lynera and Bronya together, but it's mostly just Bronya by herself, and even a couple blurry photos of Bronya and Elward. What are you looking at? There's nothing to see here. She brandishes the knife in your face. Can you please get that out of my face? And okay, yeah, sure. Now she and her gigantic knife have your full attention, and you are not looking at her creepy Bronya shrine anymore. Yeah. I brought you here because your messages to Bronya were highly suspicious. I don't know you, and I don't trust you. You could be trying to see Bronya for nefarious purposes. So I brought you here to vet you. To vet me? Now we can talk about your real intentions are. So, you're definitely going to die in this cave. Probably. Held captive by an unhinged Jane Blood who has convinced of your guilt from the moment you dared to text her best friend. That kinda sucks. You tried so hard, and you got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Oh come on, stop playing the victim. If anyone is the victim here, it's me. I try so hard to be there for Bronya as her best friend, but she doesn't even... Lynera stops abruptly. You see her lower lip start to tremble before she turns her face away from you. The sharp tip of the knife pointed at your throat droops a bit. Its dejected swing takes it dangerously close to your navel, and you try to suddenly lean backwards in your chair. Liner interprets the noise of distress that escapes your mouth as a noise of sympathy. It's fine, though. Really, it's fine. Our friendship is great. I wouldn't change anything about it. It's fine as long as she doesn't have any other friends. Because I'm her best friend. I should be the only one she needs. Lynera's knife is now completely lowered, pointing at the floor. That gives you some hope. She seems to have forgotten about her Sea Dweller suspicions. Maybe if you can keep her talking about Bronya, the whole stabbing notion can be taken off the table, and she might even let you go. You rack your brain for all the knowledge of alternative relationship dynamics that you've managed to compile during your time on this planet. Best friends. They have a special word for that, right? You tell Lynera that you're sure Bronya doesn't need anyone else. If she and Bronya are morels, then Lynera must be very special to her. What? I never said we were morels. That's not even the quadrant that I want her in. I mean, never mind messed that up. I was a little too surprised there. I just messed my own self up. Never mind that, how dare you make assumptions. Hello, knife point again. Oh shit. All you meant to say was that you thought her relationship with Bronya was probably fine. You figured that must be in a quadrant together because you're a clueless alien. You're bad. I get why you would think that. It's probably so obvious that my feelings for her are very red. Lynera hangs her head, and her shoulders shake. Tears roll down her cheeks, dripping onto her crisp, short collar, and the knot of her jade green tie. I know I don't have a chance. She doesn't think of me that way. I'm her loyal friend and second in command. That's all I will ever be to her, no matter what. And I tried to do a really good job at being her best friend. Because what else can I do? If I'm her best friend, then at least I'm still in her life. At least I mean something to her. Maybe it's the fact that Lynera's knife hasn't come close to any of her major arteries for a hot minute. Or maybe it's the tears. Either way, you feel sympathy encroaching from the monopoly that abject terror had previously maintained in your brain's economy. You've acted as a verbal sounding board or a sympathetic ear for some of your other troll friends while they deal with their crises of various kinds. Slipping into the role of therapist for someone who's holding you hostage at knife point is a new one for you. But unfortunately, it's not that much of a stretch. It seems like young trolls on Eternia have to deal with these heavy life issues by themselves, feeling so alone that they're willing to turn to any alien stranger to help them work things out. Then again, maybe life is that grim and isolating for human teenagers too, and you just never noticed before. Maybe everyone's too mirrored? Not exactly sure how you do that one. In their own shit to look up and realize that the movie's fecal matter is waist high for everyone around them too. You clear your throat and speak with as much consoling gentleness as you can muster while your head still throbs from where Lynera knocked you out. It seems like trying to be Bronya's best friend isn't making Lynera very happy. Of course it isn't making me happy. I can't keep her from having other friends no matter how hard I try. And she's amazing, so of course everyone wants to be her friend. Including you, apparently. You barely even had a chance to miss that night before it was waving around again. Yikes. Your friendship with Bronya is nothing like that, like her relationship with Lynera. You don't count as any kind of competition. Bronya is one of many friends to you, and while you cherish her and support her endeavors, you appreciate the joy and fulfillment that can come from having many different friends instead of depending on a single person to meet all your emotional needs. Sounds fake. Why would I ever want any friends besides Bronya? She is my whole world. Okay, but it seems like it's painful for Lynera to be relying on Bronya to be her whole world. Two W's kind of messed me up there. Well, there's 3, but yeah, whatever. When Bronya isn't doing the same in return. Has Lynra ever talked to Bronya about any of this? No, never. I'm terrified to tell her how I feel. Being her best friend feels awful. But losing her would be so much worse. I can't take that risk. But if Lynra never talks to Bronya about her feelings, she'll always be unhappy because she wants more. Even if she thinks that it's unlikely that Bronya feels the same way, maybe open communication with her friend could help Lynra process her feelings and move on. You know that Lynra has a big heart, blood pusher, and many fine qualities, and she doesn't deserve to be stuck in this unhappy, unrequited relationship purgatory forever. Wow, you really think I have fine qualities? You try very hard not to think about that glint on the knife. Sure, Lynra has positive qualities. She seems loyal and well organized and studious and caring. Some troll out there is going to want some kind of closeness from her that Lynra is looking for. And she owes it to herself to take actions that could lead to happiness instead of being stuck in a sad situation forever. I don't know. Maybe you're right, or maybe you're wrong. But I don't want to move on. Even if I know I should. I just want to be with Bronya forever. Lynra crumbles to the ground, dropping the knife and sobbing into her hands. It's hard to watch someone in this much distress and not want to help them. But on the other hand, her misery has distracted her, and this might be your only chance to try and escape. Oh boy. Comfort or escape? I know this is a dick thing to do, but I'm gonna try escape first. We'll see what happens. You look around to see if there's anything within reach that you could use to free your bound hands. On the desk a few feet away, you spot a spiral-bound notebook with a nasty-looking edge on its binding. You scoot your chair over, doing your best not to make any noise, but Lynra is too busy wailing to notice regardless. You get hold of the notebook you saw through the rope on your wrists. It was so hard to watch her and Elward together. Elward doesn't deserve her. She was so mean. I know she's a Cerulean, but I swear if she shows her face in the caverns again, I will go straight for her primary spurt artery. It's a good reminder that Lynra is dangerous. You saw faster, and success! Your hands are now untied. Lynra's back is turned to you while she gets up from the floor, and you take a quick look at the notebook in your hands. It seems to be a careful, annotated, and organized scrapbook / diary chronicling Lynra's friendship with Bronya. On the one hand, it's a bit creepy in the context of how you're still held hostage by the person who made this, but on the other hand, it does pull at your heartstrings. But you keep a firm grip on those heartstrings, because you still got to get out of here. When Lynra returns back to face you, you leap from the chair brandishing the scrapbook in front of you like a shield. If she comes any closer with that knife, you could destroy this scrapbook in an instant with your acidic spit. That's right! Your alien anatomy has destructive powers that can vaporize Lynra's precious Bronya memories in seconds. No, you can't! What are you doing? How dare you touch that book? For a terrifying second, you think she might lunge at you, but then Lynra steps to the side, giving you a straight shot to the cave exit. As you scuttle your way towards freedom, you remember your phone. Lynra took it from you when she knocked you out, and you don't know how you could possibly get another one. No way! I'm not giving you anything you might use to contact Bronya. I will give you a messaging her behind my back and trying to replace me as her best friend. It seems like nothing you said when you tied up. It seems like nothing you said when you were tied up had any impact on her at all. Maybe forcing people at Night Point to be your therapist doesn't result in quality therapy. You still feel bad for her, but it's time to break out the big guns. If Lynra doesn't return your phone, you will find another way to reach Bronya, and you'll tell her everything. Not only the lowdown on Lynra's stalking and kidnapping tendencies, but also the truth about Lynra feels about her. Lynra gasps at you. Her eyes fill with tears again, but she hands over your phone. I can't believe how cold you are. I thought that maybe we were bonding. That maybe I could start to trust someone other than Bronya. But you didn't mean a single word of all those things you said. Lionel's face twists and contorts between rage and grief. When you make the phone/scrapbook trade, she drops the knife in her other hand and clutches the scrapbook to her chest like it's one of those wigglers in the Jade Blood Nursery. You don't feel guilty for doing what you had to do to escape unharmed, but you can't help but wish that you had been able to actually help her. It's clear to me now, Bronya is the only friend I will ever have. Oof. Yeah, surprised there was no words for that one. It was just blank. But that's really sad. I'm sorry, but I mean, she was trying to kill me. I knew it was probably bad to go with that one, but we're gonna do all of them anyways, so I decided to start with that one. But let's see what happens when I do make wild claims about Bronya. You and Bronya go way back. If Liner is unfamiliar with your history, it might be because your friendship with Bronya predates hers. And actually, part of why you texted her today was because your close friendship has recently been getting a little red, you could say. Bronya needed someone to step in and fill the hole in her blood pusher left by L-Word after all. Considering the changing nature of your relationship, Bronya has been even more protective of you than usual lately. Oh crap, that's not a good face. Liner doesn't seem impressed by your astute cultural knowledge, nor does she look intimidated. Her glasses reflect opaque in the murky cavern light as she takes a step closer. Her claws, you've just noticed, are very sharp. Bronya is very protective of those she pities. You've got that much right, if you're telling the truth. And I don't know that you are. Maybe she would want to protect you, if she knew that you were here. Oh fuck, you fucked up. If Liner intercepted Bronya's phone, then Bronya has no idea you reached out, and you could be disposed of with none the wiser. Oh no, look what you made me do. You had no idea someone in a skirt that long can move this so fast. Oh crap. Oh god, yeah, you might want to run, dude. Surprised they didn't put words on those endings anymore. Maybe there's one on the end, the next one. The actual true ending when I do comfort her. I'm surprised. Usually they have something. That says of how like stupid you are and stuff about picking that kind of answer. But I don't know. Let's try comfort though. Remember what you did for Polypo when she was upset. Sitting in a chair with both hands tied behind you doesn't feel for I don't know what I said there. Oh boy. Let's see. Sitting in a chair with both hands tied behind you doesn't make for ideal swoosh-papping conditions, but maybe you can approximate the gesture. Liner is huddled crying on the floor, and you think you could maybe get close enough to lean your knee against her back or something. Hopefully that would be interpreted in the same way as the classic palm-to-cheek move. You inch your chair closer to her, but you lose your balance and wobble and topple forward. Oh crap. Liner's discarded knife is right there, sharp edge ready to plunge right into your incoming soft body, but then Liner moves quickly and grabs your chair and saves your life. Oh shit, that was a close one. You really could have died. She stares at the knife with huge round eyes, clearly shaken by your near-death experience just now. Considering how often you nearly die these days, you feel more blasé? I have no idea about that one. About it, but you're glad it's having an impact on her if it makes her rethink the whole kidnap and stab thing. I'm so sorry. I don't want you to actually die. I saw what you were going to do with that chair when you fell. You were trying to the traditional seated front hinge shoosh pap because I was upset. It was very kind of you to try and console me. I never really thought you were a sea dweller, you know? Maybe what I'm doing is wrong. Liner sets your jaw with conviction and with one slash cuts you free with your bonds. You get to your feet, stumbling a bit because your leg fell asleep, but you can't believe you're getting out of this situation without any blood loss. You feel positively elated about this turn of events, but Lynra still looks sad. You're free to go. You must think the worst of me after all this. Well, you're not gonna lie, this wasn't the best start to a friendship you've ever had, but horrifyingly enough, it also wasn't the worst. You feel for Lynra, and you want to show her how a real friend-making aficionado gets out there and meets people. You think making new friends could help her feel less clingy about Bronya. Oh? You would really do that for me? I'm not sure about new friends, but you do seem to know what you're talking about. You don't know where to go with Lynra to teach her how to make new friends. She's probably a bit too uptight to enjoy the music clubs you've been to, and you don't think the troll setting in the book hive would take kindly to allow a lot of loud, friendly conversation. You decide to go to the cafe that Elward introduced you to. Thankfully, they're not having an excessive bodily force poetry night, since you're not sure that would be Lynra's scene. There are a number of ceruleans here, but you also spot a few indigos and teals and a cluster of definite-looking olive bloods with some yellows, all sitting together. The crowd is overall less pierced and undercut than it was when you were with Elward, and the vibe is laid back, with all the trolls just sitting around and quietly chatting. You order your drinks, already taking for granted your newly acquired skill at reading troll language. Lynra is fidgeting when you sit down with her. This may come as a shock to you, but I don't get out of the caverns very much. I don't have time. There's so much to learn about Jade Blood life and troll reproduction. And Bronya needs my help to maintain order. It's not very often that I have to, interact with trolls of other blood colors. You're not sure what makes her uncomfortable. The trolls around here that are lower than her on the hemo spectrum, or those that are higher, you've worked out by now that Jades are right in the middle, so maybe Lynra identifies with neither the haves nor the have-nots. From what you remember, neutrality is a big concept with the Jades. You assure Lynra that it's natural to be a little nervous. Most people feel like they're stepping out of their comfort zone when they make a new friend. If there's one thing you've learned as Alternia's resident friendly-making expert, it's that terror and embarrassment are par for the course. But it's worth it in the end. I'm not nervous or embarrassed. It's just, I don't know. Everyone seems disorganized and suspicious and untrustworthy and unknown. You have to bite your lip to keep from laughing. Oh, why would you do that? I mean, what she said was kind of interesting, but it's nothing to laugh at. It's not even funny. It's not. It's just that Lynra is hissing all her words and leaning in towards you and glaring at the rest of the room, and the overall effect is weirdly enduring. Like someone put a 1950s school uniform on a feral cat. Before you try again to reassure her, a new troll ambles up to your table. She looks friendly. That's a friendly amble. Okay. She's wearing glasses and carrying a book bag and has a teal symbol on her chest. So she might be a nerd like Lynra. This could be a good new friend match. Hi guys. I think I've seen you around before. New friend? Do I know a new friend? Do you also study at the book hive? Normally when they show names, they show the person. This might be someone I'm gonna meet later. Could be. You open your mouth to invite this new friend to sit down, but before you can respond, Lynra interjects. That's not any of your business, is it? Why do you even want to know? Obviously anyone who goes to the book hive to study goes there for peace and quiet. So why would you think you can bother us just because you recognized us from there? Okay, jeez. My bad, never mind. See you around, never. And just like that, a golden opportunity for friendship has gone up in a puff of smoke. What was Lynra thinking? Being so rude. Doesn't she want to learn how to make friends? I changed my mind, okay? There is no way I could be friends with any of the people here. I don't know them. Not like I know you. You're surprised to hear that Lynra feels so positive about you when she was ready to stab you an hour ago. She takes your hand in both of hers, squeezing your fingers tight. I know we didn't get off to a great start, but that's my fault. But I can make it up to you. We're friends now, and we'll be friends forever. And I will kill anyone who ever thinks about trying to fuck with you. This is not quite the lesson you had hoped to teach her about making friends, but maybe with her fierce loyalty and positive streaks spread out between you and Bronya, Liner can be a little more low-key about being a friend to you both. The determined look in her eyes and the ominous glint of her glasses don't scream low-key, but change doesn't always happen overnight, and you believe in second chances. You believe that Liner will be capable of healthy relationship, friendship, yeah, someday. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's creepy. Oh, don't look at me like that. Why is there blood on that knife? You didn't cut anybody, though. Oh my god. Well, that's a great friend to have, isn't it? Oh man. I don't think I know a Newman, though. I'm pretty sure I don't, but who knows? I mean, 11 volumes, a lot of people start to go kind of missing in the brain there. I'm pretty sure I don't know a Newman. But who knows? Not that I can see. So Newman might be someone I might meet later on. Because they showed the name, which they don't normally do. But they didn't show the character. And I think that's kind of like something of a secret later on. So maybe we'll keep an eye out for her. Maybe I'll remember her when I see her next. Maybe, if I don't forget. But you never know. But anyways, that's 22 friends and counting. We're still going. I really don't know how many volumes there are going to be, but we'll keep doing them. I love this series. It's actually pretty cool. Meeting all these new people of different colors. I don't know if I'll ever meet the queen or anything. I doubt it, but you never know. Maybe one day. Who knows? But anyways, thank you for joining me for this adventure. I'll see you guys for the next adventure. Bye.